I got a quick one today. You had those jumps that you just saw. We're gonna get into front squats. We're gonna go 10 minutes of front squatting, getting in as many doubles as I can with like 88% or something like that. Then we're gonna do some RDLs and call it a day. And along with this somewhat quick session, I also have a quick message that I wanna get out. In this age of scientific training, I think the idea of training with a barbell is becoming not taboo, but maybe more niche now than ever. And I'm not communicating this message from the lens of like you have to barbell train, but I definitely see more videos that are communicating the potential downsides to barbell training versus how many videos I see communicating the positives and the benefits of barbell training. I think where I could obviously go with this has been said 1,000 times in terms of it develops strength and power and muscle. Yep, absolutely. We can still talk about those things, but maybe in a future video. But the point that I want to get across is convenience. It's convenient, obviously, in that, like, number one, it doesn't take up a whole lot of space. I can do everything I want to do, everything I need to do to challenge my capabilities and continue making progress with less than a space you see here in my garage. I mean, if it really came down to it in terms of like the space that I need, it's just this platform here, that platform there, the space for the weights. So it's convenient, and that you can have whatever you need to get better at your house. Whereas machines and other equipment that you may find in a normal gym, it would take up so much more space. Obviously, let's just get that one out of the way. But that's still not exactly what I'm talking about in terms of convenience. What I'm talking about is the reality that training with a barbell simplifies training. And that if it becomes the primary tool through which you try to progress your training, I think you tend to stay a little bit more grounded in terms of what really matters. It's not the newest gimmick, the newest piece of equipment, the newest shiny object that you may see on social media. It keeps you grounded in the fundamental principles of strength training, like progressive overload, managing stress well, and most importantly, the notion that general physical preparation is the bedrock through which all other physical capabilities that you might display in sport or life are expressed. And that's why I really, really love the barbell. You get strong here, and you're better out there. Keeps you grounded, keeps things simple, and I honestly believe closer to the truth of what it is we're trying to accomplish in the gym. GPP. Alright, let's make this the weight for the day. I'm not necessarily trying to send it on weight. I'm not really trying to send it at all. Goal is to get in as many sets of doubles as I can within the time limit of 10 minutes. So I'd rather sacrifice a bit of weight for maybe 1 or 2 more sets. And before we get into the working sets for the day, I guess there's one more thing I want to say about this idea of convenience and how this idea relates to the barbell. The better you get at using the barbell, the stronger you get, the more stimulus you can create from a shorter session like I'm doing today. And we throw that idea, this term of a stimulus around in strength training all the time, but what exactly is it? Maybe it's just the all-encompassing facets of what are pulling your body in the right direction, trying to create adaptation. Maybe that's a good way to think about it. So the exercises that you use and the accumulation of those sessions over time and the nutrition that you're providing your body and the sleep as well, like all of those things are creating the stimulus that hopefully is going to cause your body to adapt. And the stronger that you become, especially when using the barbell, the more potent each rep becomes, the more potent each set becomes, the more potent each exercise becomes, the more potent each session becomes, the more potent your training becomes. And maybe in some way you can do less training because your training is so much more stimulating. At least that's how I feel right now. It's maybe a potential reward of getting really strong. Even though your training becomes much harder because you have to lift more weights, you also have to do less. Maybe. Because you are able to create such a greater stimulus with this new strength. And that, to me, is convenient. Here we go. 10 minutes on the clock. Let's go ahead and set my timer. I wonder if I can set this in the frame of the camera. I bet I can. Alright, here we go. Doubles. Goal is like 6 sets, I guess. It's alright, buddy. It's alright. Let's lock in. My son's over here watching me today. Yeah. You want to lift some weights too, huh, buddy? I get it, I get it. It's alright. I'm just going to go when I feel like I can complete a really good set. Probably rested for about 75 seconds or so. I'm about to do my next one. And I find it kind of weird that, like, we always say find training that works for you, but then we say that tongue-in-cheek, and that right after that we say there's so many better ways to train, especially when using the barbell. And I think it's just popular to use that message because that message has been communicated in the past so much that the barbell is the GOAT of all training tools. That's like popular to say the opposite now, but I'll say this. I will always keep the barbell as the core of my training, what my training revolves around. All of my training progress will always revolve around the barbell, and everything else is secondary. And I'll die on that hill. Phew! Should I do another set? Give me a... If yeah. Oh yeah? Okay, I'll do it. He smiled, so I'm gonna do it. Yeah? Alright, here we go. You got any cues for me? Sweet, thanks bud. Son's getting a little grumpy. How much more time are you gonna give me, buddy? 4 minutes? Alright, I'll hurry. I know. Alright, we currently have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock, Bubba. Let's try to get 2 more sets, and that'll make 6 sets on the day. I don't know if the camera's gonna focus on that or not. Here we go. 30 seconds. 6 seconds. And there is the timer right on the last rep. Got set up for small deficit Romanian deadlifts here. Feeling beat up a little bit. Back is feeling a little sore. So I'm gonna do one really hard set here. Just limit the amount of stimulus, if you will, going back to the message of the session. One good hard set here. Thinking 5 to 8 reps. I need to sit down after that one. Finding training that works for you is so much more than just the top-down thinking of whatever may be optimal. Explore every option thoroughly, and a full exploration of all these possibilities is conjecture if all you're doing is thinking about it. Have you ever actually really devoted some time to this piece of equipment right here? Only then, and vice versa, with other modalities of training, will you have a better answer. Training is fun.